Welcome to Amplifying Leadership and Tip Thursday with Tara. I am Tara Lehman, a partner, coach, and consultant at Twin Life Coaching and Business Services, of which Amplifying Leadership is a division. I hope to bring you some information or a key takeaway you can use to build, enhance, or grow your leadership skills with Tip Thursday with Tara. So let's talk about one of those traps that leaders and honestly anyone can actually fall into, and that is making assumptions about others. Let's be honest, okay? We've all been there. We go there probably a few times a week, and even if at home. Picture this. So a team member is missing a deadline, maybe they're brand new, and immediately the leader makes an assumption that this new employee is disorganized. We don't have facts for it. We don't have proof yet, but we make an assumption about it. Perhaps someone in a meeting looks distracted and we automatically assume they don't want to be there or they don't care. The problem is assumptions are shortcuts that our brains make. And while sometimes these assumptions feel very efficient, they're not always very accurate. And when we do dismiss these people without asking for more information from them, we don't know what the root cause of the disorganization or the distraction is in those examples. Assumptions closes doors. Curiosity, though, can open them. So when you make an assumption, we've already basically decided what the story or the outcome is without any proof. And if you have proof, maybe it is not the exact proof or facts you need. When you do lead with curiosity, though, you're saying, I don't actually have the full picture yet, but I need to find it out. That shift changes a lot when it comes to our teams and even how we lead. So how do you use curiosity instead of assumptions? Well, it is actually a little bit simpler than you may think. So instead of saying to someone, why didn't you get this done, which does come from a place of judgment, try asking something like, can you walk me through the barriers or challenges that got in the way? So instead of also assuming that person in the meeting was disengaged, you could say something like, I noticed you were quiet in the meeting. What are your thoughts around what we discussed today? The difference is one actually can shut people down, get their backs up, where the other one invites them in to share with us. Even that person who was quiet in the meeting, just asking what their thoughts are about the meeting afterwards without judging about why they were quiet, really invites people to feel like they can be heard. Curiosity can also build trust. So when your team sees that you are actually genuinely interested in what they have to say and what their perspective are, or in asking about what's going on, they're more likely to be open with you. And they'll feel safe to share those challenges and roadblocks and barriers with you so you can actually solve problems instead of always chasing these quote unquote symptoms. I want to be clear though, curiosity doesn't mean being naive or avoiding accountability or issues with employees. You can still hold the people accountable to the high standards that you do have. But leading with curiosity means that you start by seeking to understand what's going on rather than rushing to judge. Curiosity can also make a leader a better problem solver. When leaders do gather more information from our employees or from elsewhere, they see patterns maybe in challenges and barriers. Maybe they uncover actual true root causes and not the ones that they're assuming. And they can also find solutions that maybe they would have completely missed if they ran with that first assumption they had. So here's your challenge for this week. Pay attention and catch yourself the next time you're about to jump to a conclusion or an assumption. It will happen. Happens all the time. When you catch yourself, I want you to pause. And instead of assuming, I want you to ask yourself a curious question. Something as simple as, can you tell me more? Or what does this look like from your perspective? Or even if it's about you and you're asking yourself that curious question, it could be something like, I wonder what information I'm missing. You might be surprised to what you learn and also about how your team responds and eventually how that can build more trust. Remember, at the end of the day, assumptions shut conversations and problem solving down in some cases. Curiosity allows for creativity, innovation, problem solving, and keeps the conversation alive. Thanks for joining me for this week's Tip Thursday with Tara. I've just launched a brand new leadership community for leaders of all levels, from those interested in leadership all the way to the top, where we're diving into topics similar to this every week. It's a place where you can grow, reflect, and connect with other leaders who are doing all the hard work with you without sales. If that sounds like something you'd like to be part of, please visit us at amplifyingleadership.ca/community-info. That is our Tip Thursday with Tara for this week. If you or someone you know is struggling with leadership priorities to building strong, empowered teams, I'm here to help. Please visit our website for more information on programs, community, coaching, and more at amplifyingleadership.ca, a Twin Life Coaching and Business Services division. Until next time, remember, leadership matters.